back to Falcon Update here on Yellow Beaches Television. I'm Jessica Fannin.
And I'm Cameron Fisher. The 2024 presidential election is taking place tomorrow. There are a number of local voting places available to students close to campus. If you do not live in the area, you are able to drop off your mail-in ballots at any of these locations. Students who are voting in person will need to travel to their designated counties. If you cannot access your assigned polling place, you will be provided with a provisional ballot at the location you attend. For more information, visit pa.gov.
Let's check in with Rosie Sciano, who is currently at the Kim Phipps Welcome Center. Rosie?
Thanks, Jessica. That's right. I'm currently outside the Kim Phipps Admission and Welcome Center building because in just 2 weeks, President Phipps will be guest starring on YB Tonight. Make sure to tune in because this is President Phipps' last appearance on YBTV before her retirement. The show will air November 18th, following our Falcon Update show, which is live at 7. Reporting live in Grantham, Pennsylvania, it's Rosie Sciano for YBTV, sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Rosie. On Tuesday night, SAB hosted another jukebox night at the Student Engagement Desk in the Union. Students once again had the opportunity to chat, eat snacks, and request any songs to be played over the Union loudspeakers for all to hear. Events like this allow students the chance to share their love of music with their fellow peers on campus.
On Wednesday, the Career and Professional Development Center hosted the 2024 Annual Career Expo. This allowed businesses to connect with new emerging students. This event helped attendees secure internships, part-time and full-time positions, and more. Common businesses included engineering, finance, education, safety, and health. With hundreds of eager students in attendance, a wealth of fantastic opportunities emerged.
Today is our big career expo, and we have over 100 employees here that are trying to meet students and talk about their companies. It's super interesting and it's really engaging and fun.
Students dressed in formal business wear brought their resumes and showed a plethora of companies the best version of themselves. This event gave students a fantastic opportunity to practice professionalism and a good handshake. For more information, visit the Career and Professional Development Center online at messiah.edu or in person.
Acclamation Dance Ministry put on their fall showcase In His Image on Saturday and Sunday. There was 2 hours of amazing dances prepared by Messiah's student-ran dance ministry. Caleb Wiegers has more.
And I'm the president and head choreographer of Acclamation. We're a dance ministry that aims to spread worship through dancing as just another form rather than just singing worship songs or going to chapel. Like, this is a way that we can show that we glorify God with our bodily movements.
Murray Library hosted their annual Trunk or Treat on Friday. Several clubs and departments decorated library carts to hand out candy, trinkets, and even fruit to those who attended. Students participated in a costume contest, a Halloween movie, and fun snacks as they expressed their creativity with friends.
So we hope with Trunk or Treat that, again, we can build good partnerships with other clubs and organizations on campus, that students will maybe feel less anxiety coming into the library if they can come for a fun event, and that everyone can just have a good time, have fun together, maybe make friends or meet new people and just have a good time.
Make sure to follow Murray Library on Instagram to stay up to date on all future events.
We'll be right back with more Falcon Update after the break.
The MSAT at Messiah University is a two-year master degree that's also paired with students that will be completing the 5-year accelerated MSAT, completing their bachelor's and their master's. We have experienced, dedicated, passionate athletic training faculty that are ready to teach the next generation of athletic trainers, to teach our students how to integrate their faith into their role as a healthcare provider. And we have a strong and growing list of clinical experiences that will allow students to experience athletic training in a variety of settings.
We don't want our students to feel like they have to wait until they've graduated to start serving and meeting the needs of society. So we want students to have an opportunity to work on projects that meet real needs even while they're students in the program. Messiah students are exciting to work with because they understand that God has uniquely gifted them to do something, and they're excited to follow Him in that and to follow Him in their careers.
One of my best moments as a student here at Messiah was when I was traveling to Mexico with a collaboratory.
The collaboratory's business model is that it pairs student teams with either faculty mentors or outside professionals to work on systems that either care for the earth or help disadvantaged people around the world.
I learned so many amazing things about just cultural differences and how to adapt and work alongside, not just how to help someone else, but how to empower them to further their lives and also advance my academics in the process. So that is by far one of my favorite memories from Messiah.
Welcome back to Falcon Update here on YBTV. I'm Cameron Fisher.
And I'm Jessica Fannin. Cameron, how was your weekend?
It was good, Jessica. Thanks for asking. On Saturday, I went to a mac and cheese festival in Lebanon, which was pretty fun. I got to sample over 9 different mac and cheeses from local restaurants, and I went to a couple Bears games.
Wow,
So,
that sounds like a really fun weekend. My weekend was not filled with mac and cheese, that's for sure. It was very chill, and I got a lot of work done. I hung out with some friends. I went to the very cold soccer game that the women's did really good at, but other than that, it was just a chill weekend.
and speaking of weekends and this week, let's see what's happening on campus this week. Garrett Fannin has your campus calendar.
Jessica, Cameron, thank you for a great introduction. I'm Garrett Fannin, and I'm reporting your campus calendar. Are you stressed about Election Day? Well, join the club. From Tuesday through Friday, Minds Matter will be having open hours to allow students to attend, unwind, and de-stress from 5 to 7 p.m. This event will be held at Union and is welcome to everyone who wants a quiet, safe space to relax from the bumpy road of the academic season. Tuesday night from 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m., Hofstadter Chapel will be hosting an Election Day prayer and communion. Because let's be real, there's only one person worthy to put the correct one in charge. On Thursday, in the Klimenhaga building, Augenbach Art Gallery is hosting a length of time, a retrospect of works by Donald and Christine Forsyth. This event will be happening all week from the 8th to the 15th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Friday from 7:30 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. in Palmer Hall of the High Center, the Messiah University Winds and Symphonic Winds Ensemble will be performing with Travis Weller as a conductor. I actually went to the percussion ensemble on Saturday. With how musically blissful it was, I'm sure this concert will be just as amazing, if not more. This event will also be free to the public, so there is really no reason not to go. On Saturday from 4 to 5 o'clock p.m. in the High Center Recital Hall, senior Anna Cameron will host a voice recital. This event will also be free to the public, so bring your friends and enjoy the harmony. Anandita Sakur takes stage on Sunday as she hosts her senior piano recital. This recital is free and will occur in the High Center Recital Hall from 4 to 5 p.m. Saving the best for last, let's go back to our childhood this Sunday as SAB announces their SA Bingo Lego Edition, a bingo game where prizes include Lego sets. This event will happen from 7 to 8 p.m. in the Student Union. Not sure about you guys, but I will definitely make an appearance here. You do not want to miss this opportunity. For YBTV, I am Garrett Fannin.
Thanks, Garrett. Cameron, it's starting to get colder out. Do you prefer hotter or colder weather?
Well, one would think, since the hockey fan I am, I would like colder weather, but I'm actually the opposite. I much prefer vitamin D and getting outside during the summer, during the hotter months.
I completely understand that. I'm in the same boat. I'm hoping that right after graduation, I'm going to go somewhere coastal where it's nice and warm and I don't have to deal with winter anymore. I do like winter, though, for like the December month, but then after that, I'm kind of over it. So that's how I feel about it. Now, let's see what James Hellman has for us this week on Falcon Forecast.
Jessica, thank you for that kind introduction. I'm very excited to be on our first edition of Falcon Forecast, back from break. I hope everyone out there had a great fall break, and now that we're back on campus moving into the swing of things, that you can continue to go through the end of that semester. Looking right now at Messiah, it's 51 degrees. It was a high of 61 today. Low's going to get down to 35. So we're starting to see that kind of, is it fall still? Is it winter? Moving into those where it's going to be, in the beginning of the morning, you might be in, bundled up in your winter coat, and then by the end of the afternoon, you might want your shorts on. Not really sure, and it's going to be more of that as we look into our Tuesday planner. Looking here at tomorrow, look at 3 o'clock right there. 72 is going to be the high, nice and sunny, but we are going to start in the morning. It's going to be a little bit warmer than it was today. 48 in the morning, 52. We're going to slide into 65, partly cloudy, and then by the end of the afternoon, the sun is going to be out there, 72 degrees, and then during the nighttime, it's going to stay pretty comfortable, 70, 65, and then as we're going to move into this week's surface map, so pretty much for the most part, it's going to be clear. As you can see, white right here over Pennsylvania where we are means that not too much is going to be happening. Now, the end of the map here is about Wednesday night. There is going to be a tiny bit of light green. That just means rain is likely. It's actually not really that much of a concern. Possibly, it's not going to be any more than 20%. Hopefully, it is going to be a clear week. It looks like it's going to be a clear week. And then as we move into this week's dew points, tomorrow we're sitting at about 57. It's going to get all the way up to 61, but then look at Saturday there, down to 38. So just kind of keep a lookout for that as the weather is going to be changing. Right now, about 45 to 55 is very comfortable. That's where we want to sit. So it is going to get a little bit above that on Wednesday with the 61. But then Thursday, Friday, it's going to be pretty comfortable. Then Saturday, it just might feel a little bit dry outside. As you're trying to figure out if you're going to be outside for fall, because as we know, those temperatures, we don't really know what we're going to be doing. So just keep that in mind. And then we are going to move into our 7-day planner here. So as we said, it's going to be really nice throughout the middle of the week here. 74 degrees on Tuesday, 78 degrees on Wednesday. The low isn't going to get too bad. Staying up there, 69, 66. But then it is going to get a little bit colder as we move back in here. But the highs are still pretty comfortable. It's not really getting into that full winter weather yet. You might in the beginning of the morning, late at night, it's gonna be colder just with the time of the year, the sun going down earlier, coming up later. So just keep that in mind. But while it is still nice outside on campus, really try to take advantage of that weather. Take advantage of Wednesday. Take advantage of Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. And as we move into the winter months, we'll keep you updated as things start to change. That's everything. Back to the desk.
Thank you, James. With the election tomorrow, we decided to ask students their thoughts going into this election. Katie Murphy went around asking students what is the importance of voting.
Hi, I'm Katie Murphy, and for this week's edition of Falcon on the Street, we'll be going around and asking people what's the importance of voting to you and why or why not.
Voting's pretty important to me because it helps determine where our economy is going to go, and also it's important to identify who is going to be honoring God the most, which aligns with our biblical beliefs and our Christian beliefs. So I think it's important to go out and vote next week and do whatever the Lord's calling you to do.
I would say the importance of voting is I have two teenagers, and so I'm really trying to instill in them being a citizen, being part of a community, and so I want them to see how important that is and engage in that when they get older.
The importance of voting, I believe, is to have your voice heard and have the opportunity to have who you want and who represents you the best in office.
Just think that the United States was founded on very strong principles that I line up with, and so when I vote, I just vote so that we can protect those principles that our nation was first founded on.
Voting's important to me because politics deal with policy, and policy deal with people, and people matter, lives of people matter, because people are important to Jesus, and they're also important to me.
So the importance of voting is really just the ability to have an opinion, right? And there was this story that was told to me when I was really young about a man whose vote actually turned the tide. It was a tie before he turned his vote in at the last second. And so if that one person can make a difference, then I guess that's all the importance it really needs to have.
Thank you for all those wonderful answers. Tomorrow is actually my first time voting, which I'm really looking forward to. I think we're all really lucky and blessed to be able to put our voices out there and be heard. So that's all for this week's edition of Falcon on the Street. For YBTV, I'm Katie Murphy.
Thanks, Katie. Charlie Jones is continuing this series of previous presidents of Messiah in this week's Vault.
Welcome back to The Vault, where I unlock Messiah's history 1 week at a time. I'm your host, Charlie Jones. Let's pick up where we left off with Messiah's 5th president, Arthur Climenhaga. Climenhaga was practically destined to take up the mantle as Messiah's president since he was born on campus and was the grandson of Messiah's first and founding president, Samuel Rogers Smith. Beyond that, his extensive experience as an educator and missionary set him up to be a perfect candidate to assume the role of president in 1960. As president, he oversaw Messiah's official regional accreditation process, which helped to establish the school's credibility and greatly aided the college, leading to increased enrollment, more support from various organizations, and opened the door for Messiah to offer teacher certificates. Beyond that, Climenhaga advanced our athletic program, leading to Messiah participating in its first athletic event against a non-Christian school, and solidifying the Falcon as our school's mascot. In 1964, President Climenhaga resigned to become the executive director of the National Association of Evangelicals. After Climenhaga, Messiah welcomed D. Ray Hostetter as our 6th president, making him the 3rd Hostetter to serve as president at Messiah. After becoming president in 1964, Hostetter dramatically boosted Messiah's funding and enrollment, allowing for the construction of 4 new residence halls, as well as the Klein Hall of Science, Eisenhower Campus Center, Sullenberger Sports Arena, and Climenhaga Fine Arts Center. He also initiated numerous partnerships with our other institutions to open up Messiah's Philadelphia campus and expand our reach around the world. President Ray Hostetter retired in 1994, making him Messiah's longest-serving president with 30 years in office. While there is so much more to be said about the gifts that each president brought to Messiah, that's all we have time for tonight. If you'd like to learn more, check out Messiah's Past Presidents page at messiah.edu. And make sure to tune in next time when I unlock the vault.
Thank you, Charlie. After the break, Caleb and Dylan will fill you in on all things Messiah sports.
Being able to talk about faith and Christianity and what that means is important to me, because working in a secular environment, a lot of times questions of ethics and morality come into play. And I think having a faith-based education really equips people and our students to be able to go out into the workforce and be able to serve their communities ethically and morally and be confident about who they are in their Christianity.
The MSAT at Messiah University is a 2-year master degree that's also paired with students that will be completing the 5-year accelerated MSAT, completing their bachelor's and their master's. We have experienced, dedicated, passionate athletic training faculty that are ready to teach the next generation of athletic trainers, to teach our students how to integrate their faith into their role as a healthcare provider. And we have a strong and growing list of clinical experiences that will allow students to experience athletic training in a variety of settings.
Messiah has helped me see my career anew because of the multiple opportunities that I have on campus to travel with the career centers. And so because of that, I've been able to obtain an internship through Messiah, and that's just amazing. I never would have gotten that opportunity without Messiah.
I am so grateful for the ways that Messiah has helped me see my career anew. Thanks to my education and this journey at Messiah, I was able to achieve my goal of being a professor. And so every day I get to share my experiences, my faith, and my education with students.
I've always had a strong love of the business world, but I always wanted to keep on growing my faith. And what Messiah helped me do was pair my faith with business so I could be a Christian in the workplace. The professors were role models of how to do that. What I learned in class taught me the interpersonal skills and the hard skills. Take two things that I loved, my faith and business, and pair that together moving forward.
Absolutely filthy goal there. Boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome back to YBTV Sports on Falcon Update. I'm Dylan Hassinger.
And I'm Caleb Kukin. Postseason action was back in Grantham this past weekend as Messiah University hosted the Middle Atlantic Conference Cross Country Championships. It was a great day on campus with over 10 schools competing in the meet. Messiah's best overall finisher was on the men's side, with Luca Fetter earning a top 5 finish.
Hardest parts of the race was all the gravel we had to run on. Very unique cross-country course, but we got it done. And I feel great right now. Highest ever MAC finish. Very pleased with that. All glory to God.
The men would take 3rd overall as a team in the meet behind strong performances from Fetter and 6th place finisher John Condon, while the women would finish in 4th, led by a top 20 finisher Ella Swain and Madison Kimmel.
Messiah Swimming was in action on Saturday inside Frederickson Natatorium against Arcadia University. The men would lose 125-79, with PJ Crowner taking 1st place in the 1,000 free and 500 free. The women defeated the Knights 136-67, finishing with 7 first-place finishes in the meet.
Wow. Messiah Wrestling opened up the 2024-2025 season with the annual Messiah Invitational on Saturday. The Falcons took 1st place in the meet with a combined score of 162.5, with 2 individual 1st place finishes from Keegan Demarest at 165 pounds and Micah Martinez at 285 pounds.
Now, let's take a look at the rest of the action from this week in the latest edition of the Falcon 4. Messiah Women's Volleyball battled against Hood College this past week in Hitchcock Arena. It was a back-and-forth contest early in this one, but Messiah managed to gain some momentum with this play from freshman Mackenzie Adams. You have a dive, and then Emma Schwartz sets up Mackenzie Adams a spike. Look at that dive. You have that celebration there. That's just some teamwork from the volleyball team. And right here, boom, Mackenzie Adams. She knows what she's doing. She's pretty excited. Little celebration from the team, little squad. The Falcons won by a score of 3-0 as Adams had a game-high 11 kills with a big game also from Emma Schwartz with 16 assists. The Falcons are back in action Tuesday at Eastern University in the MAC Commonwealth regular season finale, with the winner locking up the #1 seed for playoffs.
Messiah men's soccer squared off against Albright to end the regular season. The Falcons went into the game 6-0 in conference play and were looking to finish out the season undefeated. Going into the MAC tournament, the Lions played tough but were no match thanks to goals like this one. Here we see Patty Lee slot Davis Paget a ball, and wow, look at that goal from Davis Paget. All it takes here is Paget to just beat the goalie to the spot, and he does. He's able to chip it over the goalie and that defender there for the goal. The Falcons won 3-1 as Josh Brodiger added a brace, making the Falcons the #1 seed once again for the tournament. Falcons will be hosting the MAC semifinals this Wednesday and will be facing off against the Alvernia Golden Wolves, with the trip to Saturday's championship match on the line.
Now we travel over to Anderson Field, where the Messiah field hockey team took on the Blazers of Hood College. The Falcons were firing on all cylinders in this one, with this great team goal getting things rolling early. Here we're about to go ready into play. Teammate shoots it in. We have Madeline Klein sets up to Jenna Lutz and scores. This is the first of many. They celebrate. They're happy. They're a team. They come together. Shoots into play. And just perfection from here. Some teamwork, some communication. Boom, Klein, 2 Lutz, and a score in the left bottom-hand corner. The Falcons would go on to win this game by a whopping 9-0 score. Leah Briner, Chelsea Carpenter, and Carrie Bear all put in 2 goals for the Falcons. The Falcons now move into postseason play when they host Alvernia University Wednesday at 7 at Anderson Field.
Messiah women's soccer also faced off against the Albright Lions to end the season, and like the men's team, they were looking to finish out the undefeated season in MAC play. The Wolves were no match for the Falcons as they unleashed a flurry of goals, including this beauty from Christina Axelson. So you see Axelson with the ball in the corner here. Look at that move, and Axelson will just shoot it from anywhere on the field and does, and that is just a beauty. From the other side of the 18, here's the move. It's simple but effective, gives her enough space for that right foot, and hooks it into the right side of the net. The Falcons netted 7 goals in the rout of the Lions to finish the season undefeated in the MAC. The team is the #1 seed going into the MAC tournament, and they will be hosting the Stevenson Mustangs for the semifinal game on Wednesday.
What a dominant week for the Falcons, as well as all of our fall sports are clicking in time for the postseason, as field hockey and both soccer teams looking to once again become MAC champions.
I mean, you're absolutely right about that, Dylan. And speaking of field hockey and soccer, you may have noticed a new building between Shoemaker and Anderson Field. Over the past 2 years, YBTV has had the chance to cover Messiah's Warmer Welcome campaign, highlighted by the brand new building at the heart of Starry Athletic Complex. James Hellman has the exclusive tour of the new building.
We are here at Sawyer Pavilion, the heart of Messiah's Warmer Welcome campaign that has been going on for the past year, and we are going to give you an exclusive look inside the building, so let's get inside. We are now inside the common space area of the Warmer Welcome Center, where the Warmer Welcome dedication actually took place. And this room right here is used for things such as team tailgates, so sports teams here can reserve the space to use for family and friends of the athletic department. And then also it's going to be hosting some other athletic events throughout the season. And the best part, the balcony that overlooks Shoemaker Field. We're going to go take a look at that right now over here. Come outside this door. I mean, look at the view. What a view right here of the balcony. And it overlooks Shoemaker Field, so if you want to watch a game here from this high perch, then you can do that. We are now in the Cole family concession area part of the building. Here is where you can get concessions such as hot dogs, pretzels, water, sodas, and Gatorade, as well as slushies during the hotter months. And as we move into the colder months and playoff season for Messiah Field Hockey and Messiah Soccer, you can get hot chocolate and coffee. So make sure, if you're at one of the games, to come here and grab a quick snack. We are now back outside. One of the other new additions of this building is going to be new bathrooms here at the Starry Athletic Complex. So just some upgrades from the old Falcon Hut. And then on the other side, the Shoemaker Field side of the building, is going to be new team and official locker room. So that's where we're going to head now to get you an exclusive look inside of that. So we are now in the visiting locker room here at Sawyer Pavilion. Messiah women's field hockey team is going to have their own identical locker room on the other side of that wall right there. And this is going to be used for visiting teams for fall and spring sports such as soccer, such as field hockey, and lacrosse to use during the season. And that is going to conclude it this tour of the brand new building that Messiah Athletics has been working on for over a year now. For YBTV Sports, I'm James Hellman.
This is what $50,000 as a broadcast student at Messiah University will get you. First, we swipe into the studio. On our left, we have the Foley studio. This is the sound box. This is a great place to record Christmas albums on SoundClouds with your friends. Speed tour! This is the control room, where you too can be a director. Roll A, take A, track A. Heavy door. This is the studio. This is the light board for lighting up all of our biggest dreams. This is the garage. This is the anchor desk. Welcome to Messiah. This is the green room, and again we have two beautiful double doors. Great view. In here we have the bathroom. Toilet, sink. Most bathrooms have those. This is the dressing room where we get changed. And this is YB Tonight. Whew! Hold on, I'm a little out of breath there. Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of YB Tonight. I'm your host, Libby Zimmerman. First on the show, we'll have Faith Fitz and Rebecca Haas from Minds Matter, who will answer some questions while we do crafts together. Then we'll have Peyton Rohrbaugh and Aiden Rizzo, who will be performing their new single after a quick interview.
I think one of the major distinctives of a Messiah University nursing degree is our Christ preeminent approach to our teaching. We really focus on teaching students that they are the hands and feet of Christ. At Messiah University, we offer a very robust menu of nursing programs. We have our 4-year traditional BSN program in person here on campus, and then we offer a variety of online nursing programs. For example, we have the RN to BSN degree completion, 2 master's tracks, and then we have the dual degree, MSN, MBA degree, as well as 2 Doctor of Nursing Practice tracks. And then we also offer postmaster's certificates in nursing administration and nursing education. We have maintained and sustained a very high NCLEX pass rate, the National Council Licensing Exam for registered nurses. As well, we are fully accredited by the Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education. We also prepare our students here at Messiah University by introducing them to a variety of clinical scenarios in our simulation labs. And so students have an opportunity to practice clinical, hands-on care before they encounter that experience in the clinical setting. Many of our nursing faculty are still practicing as a nurse clinician in the specialty in which they teach. And that's true at the graduate level and the undergraduate level. We've been teaching nursing students at Messiah University for more than 3 decades. And over those years, our Messiah graduates have earned a stellar reputation in our community. They are known for their compassionate, caring, for their expert clinical skills, and really importantly for their ethical approach to care. And so our community agencies and our clinical partners really value Messiah graduates.
Welcome back. I'm here with Faith Fitz and Rebecca Haas representing Minds Matter, and they both got some crafts for us to make during the interview. So would you mind just explaining kind of the crafts that you brought and what any significance behind it might be?
Yeah, so we actually brought a fall wreath that we're making today. We just have the base and then all of these flowers and leaves. And we actually did this craft at our event with Student Ministries last week. It was a really nice Women's Wednesday collaboration, and we just wanted to bring it today to show you guys.
Cool. So what are both of your roles in Minds Matter?
Yes, so I'm the president of Minds Matter. My role is a lot of administrative work, representing the club and leading team meetings and then helping oversee events.
And I'm the events coordinator this year, and I do a lot of the logistics with the events and just getting everything ready and preparing them so we can have good events for the campus.
She does a great job.
Thank you.
That's really cool. It does seem like you guys are both really involved with it. So what would you say is the mission of Minds Matter?
Yeah, so Minds Matter was created to help empower and educate students on campus to really take care of their mental health and finding the things that they can do to prioritize wellness and overall well-being.
And we do a lot with reducing stigma that surrounds mental health and disabilities on campus.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So what would you guys say are some of the events that Minds Matter hosts over the course of the year?
Ooh, we have a lot of really good ones. I think my favorite is our paint night, but we also do things like we have our neurodiversity fair, which is coming up in like a week, and we did a zines night, which was really cool. We crafted and made little like scrapbooking things, which was really awesome.
Yep, we always have a lot of great collaborations too, as well with other clubs, which we really enjoy.
Yeah, that's super cool. I feel like I've got to see you guys in collaboration with a lot of people, which I think is really great for clubs to kind of have shared events like that to get more engagement on campus.
We're always looking for clubs to reach out. You can always just reach out on our Instagram or our general email. We love collaborating and helping see events come to life.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess we kind of touched on that, but as we get farther into the semester, what do you guys think is the significance for students just to take care of their mental health?
Yeah, so I'll go first. As the semester starts to wind down, and as it winds down, this means it gets a lot more busy. I think it's really important that students are taking time to rest, sleep, even though I know it's hard, and we tend to like to stay up late to finish our work. Sleep is just so essential, and then having some time to take for yourself, even if that's 30 minutes in a day just to do something good for you, going for a walk, calling a friend. There's always something you can do to take care of yourself on a day-to-day basis. And we really try to help empower the student body take time for themselves.
Yeah, I think we're at a really interesting time in our lives in college where we have to balance relationships with friends and peers, whether that be roommates, significant others, and professors. We have to be on top of our game with school and everything all the time. Some of us work jobs. So burnout is a really common thing in college. So it's really important to prioritize our self-care just to reduce the burnout and all that stuff that surrounds college.
Yeah, I think that was a really great answer. I feel like it's been really cool to see how we as a campus have been able to talk about it a lot more. And I feel like Minds Matter has grown a lot even since I've been here. So just seeing how involved you guys have been getting with just encouraging students to take care of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I know you guys, again, you kind of just talked about it, but what are some resources that you guys provide for students even outside of your events?
Yeah, so we are just starting open office hours, which is beginning this week, actually tomorrow. We're going to have times when the student body can come into our office, which is in the upstairs floor of the Union. We just got it this year, so it's new, just to come take time to take care of yourself. We also have our Instagram, and you can reach out to us anytime. And then we also partner really closely with the Engle Center, and there's always Timely Care, which has a lot of great resources on it. It's really more than just getting medical appointments, and then like therapy sessions. There's a lot of like yoga videos on there. There's meditation, deep breathing things. So it's a lot more on the app than just medical care and therapy. So we really like to highlight that. And then of course, we love the Engel Center. We always welcome you to go see them and visit them to really get connected. Our office, or Minds Matters advisor, is the Director of Student Success, Jocelyn Klippinger. We love her. She helps us so much. She keeps us organized and together. And she's a really great resource on campus that you can see to go and take care of yourself. And she'll help you get a plan in place for your education and taking care of yourself as a whole.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes, go see Jocelyn.
Yes.
So we've talked about it a little bit, but you guys do a lot of crafts with some of the events that you do on campus. What would you say is kind of like the significance or the factor that makes it so therapeutic?
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know, just like carving out that like hour and a half like at an event and just being able to go with your friends, de-stress, do a craft. I would say like that's why we do it, to like, you know, make sure students are having that break in their day and just able to get away from like the stress of school and everything.
Yeah. It's also really easier to come and talk about mental health when it's in a very relaxing and fun environment. So usually a lot of people make new friends and learn a lot about their mental health and find new ways to take care of themselves when they're at our events, when we have like a calming environment and a nice craft. So it's just something we can do to kind of like break the ice and break the barrier between talking about mental health and doing something de-stressing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. I know we've talked about it a lot tonight, but is there anything that you feel like we missed or that you'd like to share with any of our audience tonight?
I don't think so.
I guess think you got
other than like our open office hours this week, which will be every day this week, you can come to our office in the Union. We'll have some self-care activities and things you can do if you want to come meet us personally.
And we have the Neurodiversity Fair coming up on Friday, November 15th. So check that out. It'll be awesome.
Perfect. Well, Faith and Rebecca, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I had such a fun time doing crafts with both of you. If you want to show.
Your wreath looks beautiful.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it does.
I know. Ours was like a collaboration. So we have like very different vibes going on each side.
Yeah.
Teamwork. Beautiful, guys. Thank you. Coming up after the break, Peyton Rohrball and Aiden Rizzo will be on the show to talk and perform their single, Fill in the Shoes. Stay tuned.
It's very rare to find a Master's of Music program that has this online component along with great flexibility.
The graduate programs in music at Messiah University consist of a Master of Music and Conducting and a Master of Music Education. The graduate program is the largest of its kind that is a NASM accredited program in the United States.
I enjoyed that the program gave me the opportunity to have so many hands-on experiences. Even if it was an online class, I was practicing my conducting. I was getting real feedback from professors on how I was doing with those skills.
Messiah University has been teaching online for over 10 years. That gives us the experience that we need to really have those personal moments with our students no matter where they are.
It's flexible and the quality of the education is unparalleled. One of the things that I love the most is that the professors build personal connections with their students.
Time after time, relationships are forged between students and faculty alike, and those relationships stand the test of time.
Messiah has helped me see my career anew because of the multiple opportunities that I have on campus to travel with the career centers. And so because of that, I've been able to obtain an internship through Messiah, and that's just amazing. I never would have gotten that opportunity without Messiah.
Welcome back. I'm here with Peyton Rohrball and Aiden Rizzo. And how are you both doing tonight?
Doing all right. Doing pretty good.
Pretty good. So just to get to know you guys a little bit, how did you both meet?
We met I think last year in our music production class. I think we had met through mutual acquaintances earlier on, but that's how we really got to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So talking a little bit more and shifting to your music, what would you say that music means to both of you?
I guess I'll go first. To me, ultimately, music is a platform to be able to express myself. I've heard it said before, and I'm sure you have as well, that like music is a universal language, and I feel like that's very true. It's very easy to be able to express yourself with music across so many emotions and being able to speak the words and with lyrics and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just say it's pretty much what I do all day, every day, and what I think about all day, every day, regardless of what class I'm in. That's not related to that at all. But yeah, I don't know. I would say it's like an addiction, but probably a good kind of addiction.
Yeah. So what would you guys say are some of the artists that kind of inspire you in your work?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I really like John Mayer. A big John Mayer guy.
So you're not a Taylor Swift guy then?
I don't hate her. I can respect some of her music. But yeah, what you?
I would say recently it's been Lizzie McAlpine and Jacob Collier.
Both really great choices.
Yeah.
So both of you released your first single this week, Fill the Shoes, this past Friday. How long have you guys been working on that single?
That song's been done for a decent while. We actually wrote it like last year, like in one night. We were kind of sitting there and we just with guitars and we wrote it. But the whole production process took a couple months, and through that we developed some other songs, and it turned into an album. And it's the first song that was released on that album. Yeah. And that is going to be released in December. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
I know you guys just kind of touched on that with your album, but other than the album, do you have any other music that will be coming out soon? I know that's the album.
It is, yeah. The album's coming out in December, and we're kind of going to release 2 more singles before the album. So those will be out throughout November, and the album will be in mid-December. Yeah.
Yeah. I think other than that, though, we both have our own like individual songs. None of them are really like complete or anything, or like in the works per se, but that will probably be something down the road that we work on, either individually or together. But yeah.
Very cool. So I know you talked about meeting each other in a music class, but does that relate to any of your post-grad plans? Like, do you plan to use music in the future?
Yeah. Me personally, I'm gonna probably go into the like music production or like maybe film composing type of world. That's a lot of what I do on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I really love to do. The album's been cool. Writing and singing and performing is great, but I really like the nitty-gritty, making songs sound how you hear them on streaming platforms and stuff. It's really cool to me.
Now, for me, I'm probably going to use music in a lot of different ways. Like definitely stick to the music production aspect of things, like keep songwriting. Then probably like dive into the world of audio engineering, doing like live sound and stuff like that while still performing, and probably doing some like lesson teaching on the side. So just a bunch of different things that I can do with it.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of different avenues that you can take with music that people don't really realize at first.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you guys said that you both have songs individually, but then or that you're working on, and then songs together. So where can people find your music, whether that be individually or together?
So right now, our first single, Fill the Shoes, is on all streaming platforms, as will the rest of the album. But the next single is it November 15th?
Yeah, November 15th.
Again, on all streaming platforms. So anything you use, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, and there's a bunch of other things that I won't go into, but
it's everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
So with all of these new releases and your album coming out, do you have any performances coming up for people to come watch you?
Yeah, actually, we have our senior recital, which kind of is a culminating experience for music majors. We talked to some professors, and we're going to be performing our album live in our recital. And we're having a lot of professors join us on stage and fellow students join us. And so that'll be probably our biggest performance in the foreseeable future, and that's on December 14th.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys feel like we missed or that you'd like to share?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so, yeah.
Okay, well, Peyton and Aiden, thank you so much for coming to the show. We're going to take a short break, and right after the break, Peyton and Aiden will be back to perform their debut single.
What drew me to Messiah was when I was looking for graduate programs, that it was real people and they were welcoming me to the program. They were interested in who I was as a person, they were interested in my career goals, and they truly just welcomed me before I was even a student.
At Messiah University, in our graduate program of Business and Leadership, we offer an MBA with various concentrations, a Master of Arts in Healthcare Leadership, a Master of Arts in Strategic Leadership, and various graduate certificates. All of our graduate programs in Business and Leadership are accredited by ACBSP, which is the main governing body for business programs, both at the graduate and undergraduate level.
So I found that the online instruction at Messiah was high quality. Definitely a good experience and an experience that maintained community, even though we were separated by geography sometimes of considerable distances.
Our online courses are capped at 15. This enables students to really develop a deep connection with faculty as they're being mentored throughout the program.
They brought their business experience to every single class. So our professors are teaching us, this is what it's like in the real world, and this is how you can take all the stuff out of this book, all this leadership theory, and practically apply it in the workplace.
I would highly recommend Messiah's programs because I feel very cared for by the faculty. They do a great job of making you apply your faith to where you're working. The MBA program is a good reminder that you can be a faithful business professional, and I just feel like I'm becoming a better person and I'm going to be a better future leader because of this program.
Welcome back, everyone. Peyton and Aiden, take it away.
I hope you find someone to fill the shoes I thought were always mine. They didn't fit, and little did I know they never had them in my size. Hope you find something to make you laugh the way I used to make you smile. That doesn't really happen anymore. I know it's been a little while. I couldn't be what you wanted to see every day that you grew older. I couldn't be the one whose coat wrapped nicely around your shoulders. You grew older. I hope you see beauty within yourself, just as I did with my own eyes. The end of a season and the start of a new, it kinda caught me by surprise. You said we'd be friends and not too much would change. I didn't know how far we'd fall. Now I don't blame you, but I miss your voice. I guess you're leaving after all. I couldn't be what you wanted to see every day that you grew older. I couldn't be the one whose coat wrapped nicely around your shoulders. Ooh, you grew older. Where will I go to escape all my fears? Where will I go so the rain can hide my tears? Where will I go when I don't know where to steer? My weary feet that could never fill those shoes you needed. I wish I could be what you wanted to see. Now that I've grown so much older, I wish I could be the one whose coat wrapped nicely around your shoulders. Ooh, I've grown older.
And that was absolutely beautiful. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming to the show, and we'll see you all next week for another edition of YB Tonight. Good night, Messiah.